Hey, what's up everybody? It's Joel here, back with another 7th Level Reptiles ball python story time. And today I want to share with you some of my special snakes. And by special I mean they're not normal. They're abnormal. They only have one eye. That's right. I'm going to share with you 3 of my snakes that were born with just one eye. They've all remained in our collection since the day they were hatched, because I always want to make sure that my animals, if they have any type of anomaly, shall we say, that they're good to go. And this first guy, I've shared him with you before, but we'll take a look at him. I'll work my way from the oldest to the youngest as we work through. But this first one has been a part of my collection for like 6 years, since he was hatched. Day one, he was from the very first clutch I ever produced as 7th Level Reptiles. And out of 8 eggs, all of them were perfect except for this one little guy that had some special differences. So as I talk about it more, why don't we take a look? All right, well, I'm back here with my buddy Cyclops, who you guys have seen in other videos if you've watched the channel for any period of time. He is very deep in shed right now, so he's kind of dull looking. I want to try and keep his movement to a minimum while he's in shed, but we'll give a highlight of his boopable snoot there, and you can see the gray eye in shed and his photogenic side. You can see he was just born with no eye. There seems to be a socket there underneath the scales, but born completely scaled over. This was also going on with him is some minor kinks in his spine. They look more significant when he was a baby, but like any snake I produce, I'm always going to try and give it the best shot. And I was really unsure about how he would do, given that it was my first clutch that I ever produced. And I was really bummed about it at first. But the reality is that this guy has come to be one of our favorite snakes here. And he has definitely been an ambassador to help bridge the gap between a lot of different people who are maybe hesitant or even scared of snakes, to give these guys a chance. There's just something about seeing his little hunchback and his missing eye, and it kind of endears him to people that maybe they wouldn't necessarily feel that same way about a normal ball python or other type of snake. So Cyclops here has been with me since 2018, or I guess he hatched early 2019. Yeah, he would have hatched early 2019. Yeah, middle of 2019. Sorry, got to run through the dates in my mind, and I'm old. It doesn't happen as quick as it used to. So he was born in 2019, summer of 2019, and out of 8 eggs, he was the only one that had any abnormalities, shall we say. I actually didn't notice it at first when he stuck his head out of the egg. It wasn't until we were looking at pictures of the pipped clutch later that my wife actually noticed, hey, does that snake have one eye? And sure enough, went back, pulled the tub out, looked at him again a little closer, still inside the egg, and realized that this beautiful boy only had one eye, which, as you can imagine, as a first clutch, that seemed kind of, it was a little upsetting and discouraging. You know, you have all these questions about what went wrong. Did I do something? Is it something with the parents? Did I mess up incubation somehow? And there's a lot of theories about why that might happen, but the reality is 7 of those babies were completely perfect and healthy. Both that mother and father have gone on to produce many clutches. That father sired clutches with no additional issues like this. That mother has given me a clutch pretty much every single year. And again, none of them have been born with one eye. So I think it's just one of those things that happens just like any other species of animal. It happens in humans where sometimes genetic anomalies just occur, and you know, we don't always know why. But one thing I do know for sure is that Cyclops is an absolute gem. I'm so glad to have him as a part of my collection, and I'm so happy to share him with others. I can't wait till I get to go to my local library this summer and share him with the kids there, the kids program, and we'll see what the reaction is. But this special guy holds a special place in my heart, and he is my first, the OG, one-eyed snake. let me put you on pause so I can put him back up, and I'll show you the next one. All right, so a little bit of a break there. I had to give Cyclops some more water. He felt a little dry, and since he's about to shed, I wanted to bring his humidity up some. But here I have this absolutely gorgeous girl. Hopefully the lights in the snake room are not drowning her out, but look at how beautiful this girl is. She is a yellow belly lavender albino, and she's also 100% het pied. She came from my first ever attempt at a dreamsicle clutch, and the crazy thing is she was the only visual lavender. Out of 8 eggs, I got 1 visual lavender from that clutch, and this was the girl, and she was born a little bit different. So I'll try and get her close in, but she doesn't like to be still. She also, lighter colored snakes like this oftentimes will pick up color from coconut, but you can see there, I don't want to stress her out too much. Come on, everybody's here to see you, you know. But you can see here, oh, she's like, nope, don't grab my head. On the right side here, all right, can I just show you off? She was actually born with a slight opening, but there's no eye there. Hopefully we can get it to focus there, but no eye. And you can see she also has just a little bit of a cleft palate, cleft lip there. And sometimes she'll actually push her tongue right through there without opening. But you wouldn't know it if I didn't show it to you close up that there's anything wrong with this girl. As you can see, she is about 1.5 years old. And you can see she's kind of little. She's a healthy little girl. I won't say she's chunky because she's not overweight at all, but she has a nice, great body constitution. She's a great healthy weight. I can't remember what she was last time I weighed her, but at 1.5 years, she's getting close to 800-900 grams. She's always been a great feeder. She's had no problems with that. Every once in a while, she might miss if the rat's on the right side of her, but by and large, she has done amazingly. She's doing just as well as any of the other babies from her clutch. I only have 1 of those still in my collection, but again, this was an 8-egg clutch 2 years ago, and she was the only baby from that clutch to have any abnormalities. Unfortunately, it had to be with my 1 visual lavender, but that's okay. I absolutely love her. She is gorgeous, and she's not going anywhere. She's been a permanent resident since the day I saw her. Sometimes when you have a snake with an abnormality like this, you have to wonder about what may be going on internally that you might not be able to see. You want to make sure that they can feed correctly, especially when she's got that lip deformity and all that stuff. So selling her was never really a thought to begin with, but she's just done so well. She's thrived, and golly, she's just so beautiful. She is so much brighter than, well, that's not the purpose of this video. I was going to say I was going to compare her to a normal lavender albino, but that's not our purpose today, and I talk too much as it is. So she's gorgeous, she's beautiful, and she's doing great. Just a little bit of a special girl, and I look forward to being able to share her with lots of people in the future too. But hey, let's take a look at the third one. This one's from last season. And in keeping with our theme of shedding one-eyed snakes, she is also going into shed. But this is our pastel orange dream leopard clown, and she's 100% het pied as well. Now, you may remember if you've watched any of our videos for a while that we were blessed with a bunch of this combination this past season. And I've got a male from this same clutch that I've kept back and I'm holding on. But this girl, though she was absolutely gorgeous from the beginning, she came out, as you can see, like Cyclops, missing that eye. This one on the left side, not the right. But she is a curious girl. She's a little hissy sometimes, and she's a little jumpy. But like the others, even though she's only got that one eye, if the prey gets on one side of her, sometimes I have to kind of help her out with a little vibration so that she knows that there's prey there. She has been great, and she's peeing. Oh, well, and that's not all. She just shot some stuff all across the table. I don't want to be that guy that shows that on camera, but keep that in mind. I'll be right back. Well, maybe not the bathroom thought, but the cute snake thought. I'll be right back. All right, well, there's a live recording. This is filmed in front of a live studio audience. That's a live filming for you. Now, typically, they like to take care of their business while they're shedding, but I guess I made her a little nervous. She decided to go ahead and get rid of some weight while we were talking. Maybe she just wanted to look trim for the camera. I don't know. It's okay, baby. You are beautiful. But anyway, this girl is, she's pretty curious, but she's done great. One eye, she'll be staying put too. I just really like these. I always have kind of a hesitation with rehoming or selling an animal that has some special needs, just because there's always the chance that there's something else going on internally that you can't see. This was another instance where I believe this was a 7-egg clutch. It was 6 or 7 eggs in this clutch, and all the babies were perfect, and she just came out with this one eye. Now, she actually does have a little bit of a lump there, almost like maybe the eye is there underneath the surface. Cyclops and our lavender girl, neither of them have that, but she does. Actually, you can't see it on the camera because the way her scales blend in, but she does have that. So even a little different, but she's been doing great. Now, she is kind of particular. Some days, some weeks, she just doesn't want to eat. So every now and then she'll skip a week. But I think every time she's done that, she's gone right back to feeding the next week. So I think she's just a little bit more particular than some of the others. And the truth is, even at her age, she's about 6 months old, 7 months old. She's a couple hundred, 240, 250 grams, which is a good, healthy weight for that age. She's got great body constitution. I'm not worried about her being underfed at all. And for them to skip a week and go a week without food based on their metabolism is no problem at all. But she's just been a little bit more particular, but she's growing and she's healthy. And I can't wait to see as she continues to grow how she does. It's really cool. I can see the muscles in her belly moving as she's trying to crawl. Sorry, I get distracted. That's one of the things. I just find these animals so fascinating. But anyway, I guess our little extracurricular activity there sounds like the makings of another ball python story time down the road. It's not my first, but that's the first time it's happened on camera. Hopefully, y'all didn't get an up-close view of that. Try to spare you from that if possible, since she let it all go. But I'm rambling. I'm sorry, guys. It's been a long day, long week, but I enjoy sharing this stuff with you guys. This is my one-eyed girl. I think she needs a name. I don't really name a lot of the snakes anymore since I've got so many, and most of them, the newer ones, are going to a new home at some point. But I feel like this little lady needs a name. So why don't you do me a favor, down in the comments below, tell me what you would name this girl. Give me some suggestions, and maybe we'll choose one of them. I hope you had a great day. I hope you've enjoyed seeing these special parts of my collection, these one-eyed snakes. They're just as good as everybody else. Hey, darling. And without further ado, I'll wrap it up here and we'll end it. And just remind you to please take the opportunity to share the love of reptiles with anybody you can. Have a great one. We'll see you next time.